This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Bleach Immortal Soul up today. We got quite a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, first of all, World Championships is up, so you want to get in there. And of course, to take this, this is an advancement thing. Just try to go as far as you can. Okay, you get free chances a day. You're basically just going to try to get as high as you can inside of the tier rewards. You automatically reclaim the rewards. Like I haven't even done about yet, and I've already reclaimed all this stuff because it tracks from where you were last season. So the last World Championships we had in the last season, I made it all the way up to this level right here. I was at Platinum 1. So for me, I need to start going into I got to go into and just try to get to the top. Grandmaster, of course, might not be something that you could actually achieve, but you just want to try to go through. Get into Diamond. Then Diamond 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just get the rewards. As you can see, the rewards are not really that awesome. These are just SSR shards. These are not UR shards. So, and it's nice to get the relic stones, of course, 15 of those. That would be nice to add to some of the new relics that we've got. And then, of course, you get the things for that. The rewards are the season. This is where you get the good stuff. And like I say, these are not UR. These are SSR weapons. But this is a chance to make a weapon and a half for one of your actual characters. So as long as they're an SSR, of course. So this is definitely something that you want to partake in, simply because of the fact that you can get rewards. Just get as high as you can, and then as you get stronger, and you get to the next, as the season ends, next season when it starts up, you'll be that much closer to getting up into the upper levels. Because you do want to get the shards, because you can put them on any of your SSR weapons. Awakening weapons is the way you grow your account after you start getting up into the 6 and 7 stars, because there's a lot of time taken between getting 6 and getting 7 stars on your characters. That is just, in the meantime, awakening and your weapons and things like that is the best way to actually level up your character. So that is up, so get in there. Treasure Trial is up. I already completed it. I got to go back through and actually, do some of the other rewards. Try to get some of these other chests. Okay, you get a bunch of enhancement materials if you can get the right chests. I think it's this one right here. Choose the Treasure Trial Enhancement Pack, and you get 100, 100. Okay, soul stones. So that's really, that's really good. That's a lot of soul stones. So yeah, just try to get through there and knock it out. And then what I do is I've run through it. I have not focused just using my base team. I ran all the way through it, beat the last level, got the rewards. Now over the next few days, I'll go back through. You still got 4 more days. Go back through and just try to get some of the other rewards that I didn't get on some of the levels. Okay, season pass is up. Of course, I don't know if I spoke about this before, but we're in the 5th day of this. Chance to get a new version of Hero Core. I believe I mentioned that in the last video. All right, so that's all the good stuff. Now, the really good stuff. The Soul Box event. We do have a Soul Box event up, and it is for Dangai Ichigo. And how do you pronounce her name? I can't remember how you pronounce her name. I've got her, but I can't remember how you pronounce her name. Is it Shiro Setu? I have a nickname for her. Let's go into the characters here. This is right here. She is Sodin Shiri. Yeah, we'll just call her Yuki. Okay, so Dangai Ichigo and Yuki are up in the actual Soul Box. So this is a really good event. I'm not happy when it came, simply because of the fact that I used some of my Soul Jade inside of the actual Halloween event. So I did not have much of a chance to save much. But I'm using Dangai Ichigo, my main team, and I already have his weapon, Awoken once. But I'm going to go ahead and pull as many times as I can just to get the shards. Okay. Because you get, do a 10 and you get a shard choice pack, and you get every other, you get some of the weapons. So since I've already got the weapon, I'm not going to focus on that, but I will pull on that and see how much I can get. See whether or not it might be something to go, maybe get Yuki up to 4, but I'll probably just stick it into Dangai Ichigo to get him a little bit closer to where he needs to be, because I have not gotten him up to He is not up to 6 star yet. Yeah, he's still at 5 star. Look at this. He's the second most powerful character on my team, and he's not even uh, comparable with the others as of yet because he's only 5 star. So that should let you know just how powerful a character he is, and it's going to take a lot. But I do have some shards, so I'll be able to get some more shards. So I'll get much closer to actually being able to actually take him up to 6, which will really help my team immensely. Because all my other team is in 6 and 7 star range. I've got a 7 for base Ichigo. Got 6 on full, 6 on a core. I still do need to bring up 6 star, get 6 star onto Sazi, and I'm almost he'll probably be I'll probably end up doing him first. But I haven't, since I'm not quite to the point yet. I've only got like 90 some, or I think 80 some shards at this point. I'm still not to the point where I need to actually worry about it at this point. I got 101. This was from the free pool that I got this morning, shards for the weapon. So I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go. I'll probably end up bringing up Dangai simply because of the fact that he's stronger. I mean, he's only at 5 star, and as you can see, he's second most powerful on my team. Taking him up to 6 will probably put him past Tensa Sengetsu. So, that's why I went for him, because of how powerful he was. Also, in terms of the story mode, I managed to speak to some. There's only a couple people on my server who've actually managed to get Prison Blue equipment. And I spoke to one of the guys who did it, and he said that particular level is extremely out of whack. This guy gets like 300 million inside of the squad boss. He's got like 3 and 4 awakenings on his weapons for his team, and he said he even noticed that level was actually very, very difficult to get by for him. He overpowered it simply because of how powerful his team is. It didn't cause a problem for him. He got by it on the first try, but he noticed that it took a lot longer than it would have, and he did a lot more damage than it should have based on how strong his team is. He usually blasts through the story without much trouble whatsoever, just because of how strong his team is. He's got a really good team comp, and he's got really excellent upgrades on all of his weapons and equipment and whatnot. We're talking to 3 and 4s on all the equipment stuff. So he blasts through the story without having much trouble. And he said that he noticed that one was way, way over. He said after you get past that one, the rest of it's not too bad. The rest of them, he said, if you get past that one, you could probably 3-star most of the rest of the ones, as you did on the first story mode. We 3-starred that one, the new chapter, the first one. We went right through that like it was cake. Virtually no damage except to one character, and then this next one we get, and it's basically the fact that Iroquois keeps healing himself. So because he heals himself after each attack, he just heals himself by too much. They just mismatched the healing amount that he's given himself. And this is base Iroquois here. I'm not talking about this is not the version 2 Iroquois. This is the base character, the SSR version of the character, which just shows you how completely idiotic the devs are being in this. They don't have enough people working on this, obviously. They're not paying attention to what they're doing, and they're ruining the whole experience. But it is what it is. That's not to be surprised in when you got mobile companies. Focus on the monetization, kick everybody off of it, just enough to keep it running, just so it can make money. So it's making a lot of money overseas, not making a whole bunch of money over here. But I don't see it going by the wayside anytime soon. So yeah, we're going to have to do that. So a couple of people have suggested Zamari. Fortunately, I did have Zumari, and I did have him at 4 stars. I had never brung him up though. I had not even created him, and I had enough shards, so it was simple to just get him up to 4 stars. I had him at like 2, 3. Was he 2 or 3? I can't remember. And I just snatched up. I had a bunch of shards for him, so I promoted him. As you can see, I'm up to 4 star, and I've actually got more than that. He has an interesting skill. That's not this. I think it's his Phantom Sting. Yeah, block healing. Heals, so he can't heal himself. So basically, this is probably a character that you might want to think about moving up. Um, when I was talking to the guy, I asked him if uh, he said that if you don't have a super powerful team like he did, you're probably going to have to gimmick it, is what he called it, which is basically where you focus specifically for beating him. And then after you pass that level, you just switch back to your regular team. There's not very many characters that have the ability to block healing. Zumari is one of them. So I'll probably just go ahead and bring him up, stick him in on that particular level to see if it helps out. It should, since he'll be able to prevent, um, you know, SSR Ichigo from healing himself on every attack. So this is Phantom's thing. This is his rage skill. So basically, manual it and then activate the rage skill after after he does the actual first attack, and then just hit the rage with him, and that'll block his healing, and you should be able to take him out by that. That's what I'm hoping. We'll have to see. He's not a bad character, does some pretty good damage, so we'll have to see. As you can see from his profile, he is an attacker. Okay, so yeah, should be able to stick him in there. Unfortunately, he is a dragon, so we're going to have to actually. It works out good in one respect, in the fact that I'll still be able to keep a 5. I'll probably have to replace him. Full Hollow Ichigo will most likely be the one temporarily be taken out, since he really offers no support, and that is good because we could just replace him with Sabari, and we'll be able to continue with our things, because I can't replace Tortoise, or I can't replace my bird, so I can't replace Zazie or Ichigo, or I'll lose the actual Soul Hall buff that I want to make sure that I keep. So this works out pretty good in terms of that. As you can see, I'm starting to work on his stuff. Okay, I need to get a few more awakening essence from the gacha, so I can actually awaken his clothes. I haven't seen his weapon. I have been looking for his Zanpakuto. I was hoping that because he's an SSR that I'd be able to pull it in the gacha. I did not see it in there yesterday. Let's see if it's in there today. See, these are the Zanpakutos for some of the SSR characters. Yami's is in here. So Shiryaku, that's Rukia's. So the character that you're seeing is actually her Zanpakuto. So got Kichu, got Kido, Zabumari, Zuzubaki is for Soi Fan. It doesn't look like he's still in here, actually. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be in here. I was really hoping he would be in here. This will be nice to just awaken his weapon. But he's not in here at this point in time, which is unfortunate, even though I don't really have enough to do it as of yet, but it would be nice that if it was in here. Because I probably will be able to make his weapon after the World Championships, because I will have a bunch of SSR weapon shards, so I'll be able to make it from there. So it's not that big a deal if it's not in there. I was just hoping I wouldn't have to use those shards and do it, because I was going to focus on those shards on base Ichigo. So yeah, but I'll probably just use it for Zumari just to get him up, and then I'll be able to use him in that story mode. Should be able to pass through. Not too much of a problem after that. But yeah, so yeah, just want to let everybody know that we got a lot going on. So the Soul Box, Dangai Ichigo, Yuki, excellent characters. I would say that Dangai Ichigo, they're both UR, of course, but I would think that he's a little bit more powerful, simply because of the fact that I've got him, and I can attest that even at his lower star rank, he's already the second most powerful on my team. So definitely something that you might want to get, but they're both excellent characters, so either one would be something to pick. I'll go ahead and do some draws on them. But I don't have enough to actually get either of their weapons. But you will be able to get some more shards. So you got 2 shards, 5 shards. So I got 4 shards and then 5. Now this will come up. You'll see the weapon choice pack will actually occur on every other pull, but you'll get 4 shards every pull. Okay, so 4 character shards every pull. Weapon shard pools, let's get 5 of those every other. So this one will have the weapon shards in it right here. So we'll get 4 character shards and right there. 5 of the weapon shards. Okay, so understand that you need that you're not going to be able to pull. It's every other pull. So you have to function that into whether or not you determine whether or not you can get the weapon or not. Okay. So I'm just going to pull as max. I'm getting it. What I'm really mainly doing is for the essence because I need the essence to actually work on Zumari. I might actually get him inside of here. You never know. Okay, so so let's go to the recharge now. As of always, there is inside of the event tab, there is always the Soul Jade rebate. So that should be able to extend your pools. So this should be able to get me another pool. One more. So let's go back into the Soul Box event. Let's go ahead and get the rewards. The rewards here should be weapon shards and some Omni shards. That's always nice. All right, we'll do another summon here. So now this one will be the weapon shards because we did the last one. All right, so we got the 4 shards, some more essence. Excellent. So now got 836. So this one right here, get some more essence. Excellent. So I don't think Soul Jade rebate. How much is it? 600. I need 14. I think I'm just a smidgen short actually, but it's up for a few days. So this event's still up for 2 more days because it did just drop today. So it's a 3-day event. So I'll be able to do another pool on it tomorrow or tonight even once they put out the Battle Arena awards, and I'll get some Soul Jade from that, and I'll be able to put that towards that. Okay, so yeah, that's what you want to do. Just make sure that you do, focus on whoever's best for you. Got the Advanced Omni Shard. I do like these because the ability to get Omni Shards in those are quite, I think it's probably near 85% because I generally end up getting Omni Shards from those. There have been times where I haven't, but mostly I do. So as you can see, I got 20 more shards. That's not a big deal in terms of character shards. As to what I'm going to do, I'm probably just going to go ahead and throw it against Dangai just to start working on him because I don't really think Yuki's not one of my. As you can see, she's only 2-star, so if she was maybe 3 stars and I could use those shards and promote her up. I might go ahead and do it, but that's not something I want. I'll just go ahead and put him towards Dangai. What I might do with him is one of the things that some of the people do is once you get him to 6-star is instead of going directly into 7-star, you focus on opening up their second War Soul slot, the Volatile War Soul. Okay, because that's a pretty good way to actually boost up your character stats with a War Soul. I mean, a War Soul you can get quite a bit. I've already got it on Full Hollow Ichigo, and I have it on Base Ichigo, and I have it on Kenpachi. So I have opened up the secondary War Soul on some of them, but that's something to consider. To actually open up the skill, you need to use character shards. Okay, so that might be something I look at doing with Dangai Ichigo, because 240 is a long way. But yeah, it's a lot of decisions to make as to which direction you want to go. We do have a new code up. I'm not sure if this one's still active. This will get you Notoya shards. This will get you both SSR and UR versions of him. So that's a very important code. NNTRA 11111. This is a Tozen shard. This will get you some Tozens. Some shards for Tozen, but he does not have a UR. He only has SSR. So you get a little bit of coinage, I believe, in Tozen shards. And that's TOSN 1113. There's no E in the Tozen. It's just take out the E. So those 2 codes are up. You get those by going and clicking on the thing, going down to redeem, and entering in the code right here. Don't always check. We have there's a website that you can go to. However, Nasara puts this on the world. Okay, so you should be able to see this wherever you're at. So she's been doing this for quite some time. I don't know if it's a she, he, or she. I'm not sure which one based on that. But Nasara, the person, has been putting out the codes for quite some time. So check back at the world every day, and you should see a code there supplied and they've always worked. So she's very accurate in terms of putting out her codes. There's a website that you can go to, a Bleach website. Just Google Bleach, Bleach Immortal Soul codes, and there's a website that they have that as the new codes come out, they post it, and they do it fairly quickly. So I'm not exactly sure where they're pulling the code from, but they get it very fast. So she might just be pulling it from there. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So a lot to go on. All right, so finish up the treasure trial if you can. I know, don't be discouraged. Just try to go through it. I know they're very high level, but they're past me quite a bit, and I beat them. So they're high power, but they have very low. They have very low stats, and I don't think it's their stats actually. I think their stats are pretty good. It's their skills. They don't hit you very hard with their skills. So I don't think they're skilled up very much. It would not surprise me if they just don't have their skills very high at all. So you're able to go through it. You're able to take a beating from them and not actually they don't do too much damage with you. Secondly, you have the initiative, so you go first. I have 3 or 4 dragons on my team. Dragons usually rage immediately out of the gate. So I'm usually killing 3 or 4 of them before they have a chance to fight back, which is the advantage that you got by going first. That's how important initiative is. If you want to win in PvP, just get your initiative up and you'll succeed at that. I'm consistently inside of the top 10 of my PvP. Well, I actually have fairly high power, but there are some people that are in the top 10 as well that are doing it based purely off their initiative. They have very high initiative. And you can beat somebody that has more power than you if you have the initiative, because you get to go first. Okay, if you go first, you can kill 3 or 4 of them. So even though they're higher power, there's only 2 or 3 people attacking you back. So you could win. So that's what it amounts to. And inside of the treasure trial, it's the same way. You go first. Okay, so if you're fairly new, just maybe put some dragons, focus on some dragons. Make sure you level them up properly. And there's a lot of people don't get to. So when you got a dragon, okay, like Tensei Zangetsu is a dragon, you need to make sure that you promote the War Soul. Okay, recovers 400 rage when battle begins. So immediately out of the gate, they're giving themselves 400 rage, which means they usually have enough to immediately open up on rage. So usually Dangai, Tensei Zangetsu, White Ichigo, and usually Full Hollow Ichigo always rage immediately. So I'm having 4 rages on those guys before they have a chance to attack back, which is why I kill 3 or 4 immediately out the gate. So I'm only getting attacked by 2, and you can usually survive. So that makes it so don't get discouraged by how high the power on the treasure trial is. Just get through it as much as you can. Like I said, go through it with your base team, your best team, and then come back and get the chests as you go, because they do have some really good rewards inside of those chests. 100 enhancement stones is just mind-boggling. I hit 3 golds on the base through, so that's like 300, literally 300 enhancement materials. They're random, of course. You can't specify, but they're generally matched with your level. Okay, so you should get some pretty good ones. I was actually able to, from doing that, I was actually able to bring up Tensei Zangetsu's weapon to Prism. Okay, so I was actually able to go into Prism. Just I only completed one, so I haven't looked at anything yet. But just from the enhancement pack of material I got, I was able to take his weapon up to Prism 1. Okay, so there is, it is useful. Okay, so definitely want to do it if you can, because you can get some pretty high level mats in there. All right, so that's where we're at. But I just wanted to go ahead and put out a video and let you know that the Soul Box event was up. Good characters, definitely go for them. All right, so thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. If you click on that bell, you get notified each time I do drop a video. Also remember to like and share the video, as that helps out the channel immensely. So this is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.